It has come to my attention that a whopping third of you haven't seen She-Ra. Go watch it. This video contains some spoilers. I will tag them when I talk about them. Everyone else, hi, you can just watch straight through. Now, I absolutely love She-Ra, and honestly, I love all of the designs. I think they really work. They don't at all feel necessarily out of place or bad in almost all cases. These aren't really redesigns in the traditional sense, just like what I would do if I was personally in charge of them. They won't be better per se, just a little different. Most of this video is going to be me talking about the characters anyway. I want to keep the core aspects of their designs and stay fairly true to the show's designs, because I think they're really strong, truly. The bright colors work well on them in the world they live in, especially in contrast to the Horde. It's just strong character design. Adora is a great example. I like that She-Ra isn't hyperfemme like in her 80s design. Remember when people got mad about body diversity? Yeah, that was crazy. I liked the idea of She-Ra being a little less mature in the first 4 seasons. She-Ra is tanky and has muscles and doesn't fight all dainty, because that's not who Adora is. She's a soldier and a cadet trained to the top of her class, which her design does reflect. Her soldier form is fantastic. It's sleek and something that she'd realistically be able to fight in. She has her hair tied up in a practical manner. She's truly hardworking in every sense, and you can feel that drive in every single facet of her character. It gives her a recognizable silhouette with her shoulder pads next to the rest of the cast, but everyone has great silhouettes, really. Ugh, I love this show. This is reflected in her She-Ra design too. However, I'm supposed to be changing things, so it's time to talk about that a little bit. There are a couple of things that I would change. For starters, I was never really particularly fond of that weird hair alignment with the crown that she has going on. It just feels a little off. And so, for clarity's sake, I decided to make her hair part in the middle instead. I also upped the gold accents a lot. I felt like it would tie her all together a lot better rather than the stripe thingy on her shorts. Again, these are just some personal changes. It's totally fine if you like the originals. Trust me, I do too. Speaking of her shorts, I know that a lot of people didn't really like the shorts on the 2018 She-Ra when the show first came out, but honestly, I really like them. It makes her feel more connected to the soldier part of her, because obviously she wouldn't fight in a skirt, and it goes in great contrast with her season 5 She-Ra design. As for the little chest emblem, I decided to make it a little more top-heavy to be like a show of power scale from this She-Ra to season 5 She-Ra, if that makes sense. Just to visually show that in some way besides getting a new look. I wanted her to be newer at this because she's still getting the hang of things. Because, well, she is. Going from newly appointed force captain to savior of Etheria cannot be easy, especially while going through world's worst fight with your cat girlfriend. It'd be hard on me too. All in all, I do believe that her design does its job already, and it really speaks to how strong of a lead she is for the show, and I cannot stress enough times how much I adore her. She is pretty simple, but I think it works. It's a great way to show that she grows from this point. More on that in just a moment. But yeah, not much was changed here. I hope you like her. Presenting She-Ra, Princess of Power.
Sin, where's her Battle of Bright Moon design?
Great question, dear viewer. I'm not going to draw all of it. Sorry. But here is a screenshot redraw, so let's talk about it. This is where it gets a little bit spoilery. I'll timestamp everything for those of you that haven't seen the show in its entirety yet, Naomi, but without further ado, here we go. For her Battle of Bright Moon design, I kept everything mostly the same, with the intention of being able to translate some things back out of it. Here's the vision, work with me. I wanted to give her upgrades after season 1 and upgrade She-Ra's armor and stuff as a symbol of her growth as She-Ra and as a person within the rebellion. It would be like a physical symbol of her leveling up in a more subtle sense compared to going from her season 4 to season 5 designs. That way, as Adora gains more skill and experience, it's gradually reflected in her She-Ra form. I thought that would be cool. I mean, Catra got a new outfit, every season, and Adora's silly ass wears the same jacket for the entire show. She's silly. But I think she needs a couple more costume changes, since almost everyone else got a few. She technically is the main character, I suppose. Not only would it be interesting for her, but imagine that first reveal actually watching the show. I was already losing my actual mind when season 2's trailer dropped at WonderCon, but like, imagine you're there in that one scene in season 2, episode 1, where Adora is leaning on Entrapta's bot about to destroy it, and she goes, "Hey, Catra." I need a little reveal to Catra that after the Battle of Bright Moon, Entrapta's bots aren't the only ones that got upgrades. My personal favorite thing about Glimmer is that she's a pink and purple sparkle princess, and yet she must be told no war and no violence when going outside. She's perfect. I love her so much. I have no problems whatsoever with Glimmer season 1 through 3 design, except for maybe the fact that she looks like a mop when her hair is wet for some reason at one time in season 2. There isn't really any reason for me changing her hair, though outside of just style change. I thought she would be cute with the little curly ahoge, because if I can make her more cutesy, I absolutely will take the opportunity. For her outfit, I combined her little sash thing with her vest to put those two silhouettes together while still keeping elements of both. I turned the little pad on her shoulder into a cute little decal as an attachment on the vest, which goes with it when taken off. We'll get there though. I am now going to talk about her character for a little bit, so spoilers for the entire show ahead. Skip to this time frame to avoid spoilers. I'll give you a second. Okay, are you gone now? Cool! I love Glimmer's character development throughout the show. Going from a young and brave but inexperienced fighter of the rebellion to Queen of Bright Moon and a powerful sorceress. She's strong yet stubborn, and not to mention an amazingly good foil to another personal favorite character of mine. She doesn't come without flaws, however, which is what makes her really so great. Characters absolutely should mess up, make big mistakes, say things that they didn't really mean. Actions like those give characters places to grow, and She-Ra does a fantastic job at it. Glimmer, back in the days She-Ra was still airing, got a lot of hate for her actions in season 4. Like, a lot of hate. I understand. Yes, she was reckless and she did stupid things. Was it a good idea to go against what Adora and Bo were telling her about the Heart of Etheria project? No, she isn't supposed to be seen as right here. It's a place where she grows from. I have seen so many people say things like,
"Glimmer is so annoying. She sucks. She's stupid."
I'm gonna need you to back up. How are you gonna like Catra and not like Glimmer? They are literally character foils. Two cheeks of the same ass. This is coming from Catra's #1 fan. I'm grabbing these people by the shoulders and begging for them to learn what media literacy is. Characters do not have to make no mistakes ever in order to be inherently good people. If you like Catra, then you should understand that. Catra literally almost ended the world and people learned to forgive her, even if she was once on the side of the Horde. It makes absolutely no sense to glorify and excuse one character's actions and shit on another just because they're supposed to be on the good side. Good people do bad things just as bad people do good things. Catra and Glimmer are mirrors of each other. Can you not handle pink and purple sparkle face snapping at your fave? Because Catra does it all the time, so why is it different when Glimmer reaches her breaking point? She felt hurt and betrayed and backed into a corner, so she made a stupid decision that doesn't make her a terrible person, it just makes her human. Maybe I needed to get that one off my chest. Anyways, here she is. Now, if you're a returning viewer to this channel, you might have noticed that this video took a little bit, and it's because of him. Oh, come on, that's not the only reason why. I just have not had fun with art like this in a while. So much that I made a second screen cap drawing, which you just saw. So, instead of doing a reference for him like I did for Adora's She-Ra version and Glimmer, I picked a scene with the three of them. No, it's not an elaborate excuse to get to draw Adora again. What are you talking about?
Oh, so it is 'cause you're gay!
You're one to talk! I was going to make Bo a sprite thing too, but I was getting frustrated, so I'm redrawing a screenshot from episode 2 instead, because this is supposed to be fun. I am having fun. For Bo's design, I didn't really change much except for ornamentation, really. Things like little trims that wouldn't be as easily animatable, like the trim around his little chest heart. I also gave him little heart knee pads, not only for practicality, but because they are just so cute. Not really much to say about him. I think he's wonderful, and I care him very hard. Again, I want to stress that I do really like the original designs. They're full of personality and are very strong and distinct, which makes them even more apparent when looking at all of the characters as a group. If you were to take only their silhouettes, you could point out who is who very easily. You can tell that a lot of love and care went into them. Glimmer and Bo's shoes especially come to mind. Their little hearts and their moons, even on the bottoms of their feet. Why would you do that to me? It's so cute. Apart from redrawing this scene, I wanted to think about how it'd work with how I altered Glimmer's top. Since Adora wouldn't be wearing her blue shawl, I figured it appropriate to give her the whole vest. She gets all of it. It also gives me an opportunity to show how her outfit works underneath it, so I made the top of her top match her shoes for some visual harmony. I also gave her little gem on her chest a window, since in this season 4 design she has the gem in the same spot, and it seems to be a non-removable gemstone, so she gets a little cutout in her shirt and vest for it. Another screenshot redraw just for you. Here are She-Ra and Glimmer's designs next to each other, and here are the screenshot redraws.
Overall, I'm quite happy with them, but what do you think? Any changes that I didn't make that you personally would?
Any you wouldn't? Please let me know. That is a wrap for this video. Huge thank you to Pistachiomi, Jeffrey Bustinmus, and Lemonade for voicing lines in this video. Anything in particular from the show that stuck with you? Favorite characters? Least favorite characters? Please let me know in the comments. I am begging for She-Ra interaction. She-Ra movie. Say it with me.
She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie. She-Ra movie.